Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 2 math. You can you have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 2 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter probability and statistics. And the lessons we're going to cover today are probability and statistics. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Okay, here I'm on grade 2 math. The chapter we're going to start with is probability and statistics. And the lesson we're going to start with the first lesson, that is more, less, or more, less, and equally likely. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is more, less, or equally likely. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is more, less, and equally likely. Okay, let's just start with the first example, that is on which color is the spinner more likely to land? Okay, so just look at the spinner. There you have two colors, yellow and red. Most of the portion is yellow, a very small portion is red, right? That means the spinner is more likely to land on yellow because most of the portion of the spinner is yellow. Got it? So it will land on, most likely it will land on red. Sorry, yellow. Because yellow has, because the spinner has more portion yellow than red, right? So that means the, if the spinner will likely to land, spinner will more likely to land on the color that has the more portion on the spinner, and spinner is less likely to land on the color that has a very small portion. Like for the same example, the spinner will less likely to land on red because you have very small portion red, right? So you have less chances it will land on red. Let's just start with the test questions. On which color is the spinner more likely to land? So just look at the spinner. You have yellow and green here, right? Most of the portion is yellow. A very small portion is green, right? So which is the correct option? More likely to land on? Yes, because the spinner has more portion yellow than green, so it will more likely to land on yellow. Got it? On which color is the spinner less likely to land? Which is the correct option? You can see here the spinner has two colors, blue and yellow, right? Most of the portion is blue and a very small portion is yellow, right? So which is the correct option? less likely to land on? Read the question or listen the question carefully. On which color is the spinner less likely to land? It will less likely to land on yellow because it has smaller yellow portion is smaller than blue. If you select a marble without looking, which color are you more likely to pick? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? More likely to pick is the one that has more, like you have three red marbles and two brown marbles, right? That means it will more likely to pick the red marble. The correct option is option number one. Very good. On which color is the spinner more likely to land? Which is the correct option? It will more likely to land on, yes, yellow it is because the spinner, most of the portion on the spinner is yellow. On which color is the spinner more likely to land? Which is the correct option? The correct option is neither because red and yellow they both are equally likely, right? So the correct option is neither. On which color is the spinner more likely to land? Which is the correct option? The correct option is more likely to land on yellow, right? Because most of the portion is yellow. On which color is the spinner more likely to land? Yes, green it is because most of the portion is green. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is identify multiplication sentences for equal groups. Which expression describes the model? Okay, so you are given a model, right? You have to see how do we describe the model. Okay, so you have three groups, right? And in each group you have two dots. The model has three groups of dots and there are two dots in each group. Three groups of two dots, so you can describe it as 3 times 2 because you have three groups, each have two dots, so you can describe it at 3 times 2, right? So the correct option is 3 times 2. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, which expression describes the model? So, which is the correct option? So, you can see you have three groups given, right? And each group you can see three dots. So, that means 3 times 3 it is because you have total three groups and each group have three dots, right? So, that would be 3 times 3. The correct option is 3 times 3. The second option is the correct one. Which expression describe the model? Which is the correct option? The correct option is you have two groups and every group have, yes, that's option number 4. 2 times 2, you have two groups and each group have two dots. So that is 2 times 2. The fourth option is the correct one. Which expression describe the model? Which is the correct option? Which expression describes the model? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 2 times 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Very good. Which expression describes the model? Which is the correct option? You have 3 times 2. The correct option is the second one. Very good. Which expression describe the model? Which is the correct option? That is 3 times 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Which expression describe the model? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 2 times 3 is the correct option. That is 2 times 2. Very good. Which expression describes the model? Which is the correct option? That is 3 times 3, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next one is certain, probable, unlikely, and impossible. Okay, if you select a marble without looking, how likely is that you will pick an orange one, right? Okay, so you have total three marbles, right? Two of them are orange and one of them is brown, right? So you have more orange marbles than brown. So that means it is probable that you will pick an orange marble, right? The correct option is probable. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Basically, these are the words like the same one, like likely, unlikely, and more likely, right? And they have exactly the same use. How likely is that the spinner will land on a yellow space, which is the correct option? Certain, probable, impossible, which is the correct option? Impossible. You can see the spinner, you have no space that is yellow. So, how it will land on yellow? That is impossible, right? Very good. If you select a marble without looking, how likely is that you will pick an orange one, which is the correct option? Unlikely, right? Because you have only one orange marble and most of them are white, so that it will unlikely to land, or unlikely you will pick an orange one, right? Very less chances. How how likely is that the spinner will land on a blue space, which is the correct option? Certainly it will land on blue because all the portions are blue, so whenever you spin it will land on blue. Certainly it will land on blue, right? If you select a marble without looking, how likely is it that you will pick a white one, which is the correct option? The correct option is probability will land on white because you have four blue and six of them are white, so it will probably land on white. Very good. How likely is it that the spinner will land on green space, which is the correct option? That is probable. Sorry, unlikely you have very less space green than the blue, so it will unlikely to land. Okay, the next one is if you select a marble without looking, how likely is it that you will pick a red one, which is the correct option? Certainly, you will pick a red one, right? Because all of them are red, so whenever you pick, you will pick a red one. If you select a marble without looking, how likely is that you will pick a purple one? The correct option is impossible because you don't have any purple marble here, right? Oh, sorry, impossible because you don't have purple here. If you select a marble without looking, how likely is that you will pick a brown one, which is the correct option? The correct option is certainly. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. The next one is mean, median, modern range. Let's just start with the lesson. is the median? So median is exactly the middle number, right? That divides the data into two equal groups. So first thing is whenever you need to find the median, arrange the number from least to greatest. Here is the from least to greatest, right? That is the one that is in exactly the middle one. You have three numbers before the median and three numbers after the median, right? Because when you arrange them from least to greatest, so you have all the numbers that are less than median are before median, and all the numbers that are greater than median are after median, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. What is the median? Okay, first thing first, you have to arrange them from least to greatest. They are 3, 3, 5, 6, 7, 7, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are 7 in numbers. That is exactly the median. Exactly the middle one. Three numbers before, three numbers after. The correct option is 6. The median is 6. What is the range? Range is the difference between the least and the greatest number in the given data. The greatest number here is 10, right? The least number is 3. So the range is the difference between the greatest and least number. 10 minus 3 is 7. So you can keep this very important definition in your mind. Range is the difference between the greatest and the least number. So that is 10 minus 3, that equals 7. So the range is 7. Got it? The correct option is 7. What is the mod? Mod is the number that appears most of the time in the given data, right? So 0 is the number that appears the most of the time. So 0 is the mod. What is the range? So range is again the difference between the smallest and the least number. So here is the greatest number is 10. The least number is 2. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 is the range. The correct option is 8, right? What is the median? Okay, let's just arrange these numbers from least to greatest. So that is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is the median? Yes, very good. 6 is the median, right? That is exactly the middle number. The correct option is 6. What is the mod? Which is the correct option? Yes, 2 it is. 2 is the number that appears the most of the time in the given data. What is the mod? Which is the correct option? Yes, 2 is the mod value. The correct option is 2. What is the range? That is the difference between the least and the greatest value. So, which is the correct option? That is 10. Very good. What is the median? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 4. The correct option is 4. What is the range? Which is the correct option? 6 it is, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 2 math. The chapter we're working on is statistics and probability in statistics. The lessons we have covered today are more likely, more, less, and equally likely. Then identify multiplication sentences for equal groups, certain, probable, unlikely, and impossible, and median, mod, and range, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So please ask questions if you have any. You can contact administrator, probably they will share you the workbooks. Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.